Let me walk you through something fun today. And we are going to rank singers into 7 different levels, from the very bottom all the way to the rare few who are simply gifted in a way most of us will never understand. Some names are going to surprise you, some you might disagree with completely. That is a part of the fun. So let us continue it. Level 1. Tone deaf. These are the people who honestly should not be singing at all. You are playing their music at a wedding. You are not putting it on your late night playlist. If you are listening to it, you are probably not telling anyone. This is a level where someone is clearly just having fun and everyone around them plays along and laughs together. It might turn to an internet joke for a while, but that is about as far as it goes. This level also includes some rappers who lean heavily on vocal effects. Not the one who actually know how to use those tools well, but the one who seem to have the settings turned up for too high. You can still enjoy the song, you are just listening for the beat and the energy, not the singing itself. A lot of well-known influencer reality television personalities who tried music later in their career also land here. The good news is most people at the level already know it. They are simply having fun with it. It is the next level where the singing start getting more interesting. Level 2. Studio Magic. These are the singers who can genuinely hold a note. There is a real talent there, but they lean heavily on the recording studio to sound their best. The engineers, the pitch corrections, the layering, a live performance become a bit of a gamble. This is where you will often find many former child stars from popular kids television networks who later moved into the music. They have big fan bases, catchy song. They sound great on a finished track, but live performance can sometimes be a little shaky. This level also includes a second wave of social media personalities who tried turning their online fame into music careers, and few well-known rappers who do have some natural singing ability, but it can came across a little unstable without some studio help behind it. Level 3, not bad. Singing ability really it's a spectrum, and everyone at the level can generally sing and sounds good, with or without studio help. But they may have had a rough live performance moment that followed them for years, or their natural style is fairly simple, making it hard to know their full range. This level includes a lot of mainstream pop singers as well as a few country stars, and yes, even some major names that people love to debate. One of the most argued about voices in the last 30 years definitely belongs in the level. So she has certain moments where her controls at tone sounded genuinely excellent, and other moments that left people a little confused when she takes her time and settle into a song. You can really hear the talent underneath it all. There are also a few legendary performances at award shows that frankly did not go very well, even though the singers behind them is talented overall. A performance that goes wrong does not always reflect the real skills level of the artist. This level also includes a handful of well-known rappers with genuinely impressive natural voices, capable of singing without much studio help for if they wanted to. Level 4. Level 4 is great. This is probably the wildest level across every genre. These artists have strong tone and real control. You never have to worry about how to they well sound live. They know their voices, their strengths, and how to work with them. In pop music, this is where you find some of the most beloved voices around. Some and delicate voices, big and powerful ones. The common thread here is the real control and tone, whether the delivery style is quiet or bold. This is also where the most major country artists belongs. Country music is one of these genres where it is very hard to hide behind the studio production. The voices had to genuinely carry the story. You simply cannot fake your way through the emotional country band. A lot of rock bands, boy bands, and girls group land here too. Even if one member of a group is slightly weaker than the rest, the group as a whole stays strong because they hold each other accountable, and harmony singing requires everyone to be at least solid. This level is also where mainstream R&B truly shines, full of beautiful, emotionally rich voices that are so easy to fall in love with even if they are not necessarily once in a generational talents. Level 5 is elite. Now we are talking about the upper tier, the kind of singers other singers study and try to learn from. Many of them have been singing since they were toddlers, often coming up through church, choirs, or musical theaters. This level includes some of the most respected names in R&B history, known for our vocal techniques and are still being studied and copied by newer artists today. It also includes a few country legends whose voices feel completely effortless, almost like silk. This is where you will also find some legendary names whose voices become foundational influences for an entire generation of artists that came after them, along with some of the most iconic pop voices of the last several decades. And here is a name that often sparks a lot of debates. Many people consider this artist the single greatest entertainer of all the time overall, but purely judging vocal ability alone, level 5 still feels like the right place. The vocal range on display is incredible, capable of shifting from soft and gentle to powerful and intense with the same carrier, almost like two completely different voices belonging to one person. Level 6, powerhouse. These are the true vocal athletes. The belters, the one whose voices step you completely in your trap. These voices are honestly almost too powerful for casual listening. You are not necessarily paying them as a party, you are sitting quietly and simply absorbing them. Gospel music production on enormous numbers of singers at this level. If you grew up around a church choir, you already know there are people singing in their choir right now who could outstanding most of the mainstream music industry without anyone realizing it. Mainstream music does have a few names that really belong here too, including a couple of incredible voices that came out of televised singing competitions and absolutely stunned audience with raw emotional power. This level also includes the women of often remembered as the queen of the rock and roll, whose voices carried real power and soul across an entire lifetime of performing. And here is the controversial one. Many people will want a certain modern pop powerhouse placed at the very top level. But judging by raw vocal ability alone, level 6 still feels accurate, even though she is an incredible all around performer capable of singing, dancing, and commanding a stage all at once. Level 7, Gotye. This is the very top, the raisest level of all time. These are the generational voices, the ones whose sounds is so unique you will never confuse them with anyone else, even for a second. This level includes the women almost universally known as the greatest singers of all time, the voice that nearly every major vocalist today still studies and accompanies themselves to. It also includes the Queen of Soul, a woman who, even decades into her career, who still capable of outstanding singers half her age, with a voice carrying being both incredible range and unmistakable depth. One of the male side, there is a voice often considered the male equivalent of the some greatness, smooth, rich, and instantly recognizable, capable of moving comfortably between deep and soulful tones and soaring high notes. This level also includes the woman known for her 5-octave range and signature whistle tone. One of the very few artists to even share a duet with the woman widely considered the greatest vocalist of all time. And finally, this is the voice forever considered one of the most iconic film soundtracks in a movie history. Her power may came through differently than some of the more accurately R&B singer on the list, but the precision and emotional delivery set her completely apart. It really proves something important about singing in general. Two people can sing the exact same notes and still sounds completely different because it's never just about the notes themselves. It is about how you deliver them. So there you have it. 7 level from the most casual fun to the rarest natural gifts in this entire music industry. Let them know who you think I got wrong and who you think deserve or move up or down a level.